Beauty is silver, contribution is gold in your relationships with 5 sensories as a 6th sensory. What do I mean by that? Why is beauty so important, but only slightly less important than contribution? Aren't 5 sensories superficial? Or if they're a good person, wouldn't they value contribution more than beauty? Which is a good question. So both are very important. If you just focus on contribution and you don't take care of your own beauty, then the only problem with this is that you're not showing up to your contribution as your best self. I would say contribution should be the #1 priority. Absolutely. It's the most amazing quality you can have about you as a 6th sensory, whether you contribute using your practical skills or you contribute using your intuition. Doing things out of your generosity, doing things that are free and come from your heart can be an amazing, amazing gift that you give to society. Having said that, not all 5 sensories are going to understand your contribution to society. Some of them will get it and they will see your generosity. Others will only understand contribution on their terms. So contributing in practical ways can be a good idea. It's good to keep in mind that the spiritual messages that we send to other people tend to be some of the highest learning that anyone can receive. It's like when someone learns to help themselves, then they no longer need to go to the soup kitchen, for example. But having said that, helping out in a soup kitchen can still be a good thing because people do need that support and sometimes need to feel that love and caring from society first before they have the courage to really pick themselves up and go after their goals and dreams in life. Both are really good in different ways. So sometimes 5 sensories will understand the contributions that you make on a practical level better than the ones that you make on a spiritual level. And you shouldn't just contribute because a 5 sensory told you to do it or because you know it will impress them. You should contribute in ways that align with your heart, both in practical and spiritual ways. So how do you do that? It can be just as simple as if you see an elderly lady walking through your neighborhood while you're walking through the neighborhood and you have your headphones in, take your headphones out. I know and I understand the need for headphones because you can bump into salespeople or really belligerent people and you don't want to listen to people who are yelling at you to join their party or yelling at you to buy something, then headphones can be very helpful. But if you see like an older lady who's just looking for a connection, don't be afraid to take them out and give that old lady your time and attention. That can be an amazing thing that you do to be generous in a very practical way that 5 sensories can observe and respect. And don't just do it to please them, by the way. Don't just do it because somebody's watching. Do it because you want to do it and because no one is watching. And that vibration will radiate out into the world more strongly than if you're doing it because you believe somebody is observing you. So when you're contributing, it's important to understand that you're doing it just to make the world a better place. You're not doing it because you expect something out of it. Then it becomes a transaction, an exchange, and that's something quite different than a contribution. What we need to do when we become successful as humans, even not just as 6 sensories, is find a way to make the world a little bit of a better place to leave a legacy on humanity. And when we are able to do that, that's when we've lived truly fulfilled lives. And we are living in an age where more people than ever need to do that, both 5 sensories and 6 sensories. We need practical contributions and we need spiritual contributions. We need both because people are suffering. Even in the developed countries, people are really suffering spiritually and emotionally and feeling isolated, even though they have food to eat and shelter. Most people, but some people don't even have that. Having said that, our way of contributing could be as simple as giving service to people who really need food or really need shelter. It could be donating to the food bank. These are things that make you more deep as a human being than just the superficial of taking care of your beauty. However, taking care of the beauty aspect of your life isn't a bad thing either, and it can be quite helpful for your spiritual development. Why? Because you're showing up as your best self and you feel good about yourself. When you feel good about yourself or whatever you're saying, that vibration comes through in how you talk. People are going to listen and feel the frequency of your confidence when you show up as your best self. So it doesn't hurt to put your best foot forward. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to spend immense amounts of money or time on your beauty or go into surgery to look a certain way. You don't want to go overboard on beauty, but you do want to show up as your best self and do things that are reasonable and don't take too much time in order to look better. Like, it doesn't take that long to brush your hair or brush your teeth or floss. Like, these are basics that you can do to take care of yourself. Doesn't take long to put on moisturizer, wash your face, put on like a bit of makeup that's good for your skin, watch the chemicals in your makeup and watch where you're buying your products from. Don't buy stuff that's going to give you poison and cancer later, but a little bit of makeup that comes from a healthy source can be fine. There's nothing wrong with being healthy and looking your best. And make sure your clothes don't have tears or holes in it. Make sure that they're in good condition before you choose to wear it. And if something is stained, take care of it or choose to recycle it or throw it away, or whatever is appropriate for that piece of clothing, depending on what it's made out of. You know, these things, these attention to detail just doesn't hurt. It improves your confidence, it improves your appearance. And people will respect you more when you have clothes that look like they're in good condition. Doesn't mean you have to be perfect or wear name brand things all the time, unless it really resonates for you and you really like that brand because they do good things in society. But it does mean that you want to show up clean and groomed and have things put together in a nice way. Be aware of your body shape and your face shape and know what works well for both of those. Be aware of your coloring, your hair color, your eye color, your skin color, and what complements and what colors flatter those aspects of your body. Pay attention to things like how comfortable and how well your shoes fit and what quality they are. That might be the most important thing that you wear because your feet take you to all sorts of different places. And there's nothing really wrong with fancy heels or sandals or anything like that either, as long as you're comfortable and you're able to take them off when the timing is appropriate because your feet hurt. Don't be abusive towards your feet, but do enjoy being beautiful and being feminine. There's nothing wrong with that. Your beauty can be a form of self-care that allows you to recharge between events where you are contributing to people. If you contribute until you burn out, then that's not good. You know, your sense of beauty, your sense of style can give you a chance to pause and recharge and refill your battery, especially if you're a woman. It's just that time really to self-reflect and feel good about yourself, feel good in your skin. And you can put on a scent that makes you feel good, or put on clothes where you really like the texture, or put on blankets and sheets at night that make you feel warm and secure. Those things can really enhance your emotional state as a sixth sensory, and they are worthwhile. They're not a waste of time.